travel day. In my case, flying to Washington, D.C. to get to Alabama. And going to Dulles. If you've ever been to Dulles before, you're familiar with these. I'm showing them just because this was a staple of my many trips to Dulles. These crazy multi-wheeled contraptions that was the shuttle to go in between the terminals. They're super cool. They're super old. I believe they've been in use since the airport had a transition over to the new terminal system. But yeah, Dulles is an airport I spent a lot of time in, so a little bit fond memories there. Wasn't too glad that I got stuck, but at the same time, what can you do? That means the last leg of my trip was a puddle jumper, and you can see him here. This one in particular, boy, this guy looked like he got put away wet. Look at him. That's a rough-looking puddle jumper. Yeah, there it is again. Yeah, these are always fun when you walk out on the tarmac. You don't normally do that, right? On the flight line. There's Dulles in the background, the original terminal. I love that thing. That thing is so big. Here is inside Huntsville, though. This is a cool airport. Rich tradition of aerospace. A lot of fun being able to check this out for the first time. Well, okay, I made it to Huntsville. Took me a little longer than I expected. Had a layover in Washington, D.C., but I'm here now. And this airport's pretty nice. I'm glad look at this. There's my ride. He missed me. Hey, how's it going? You can rest assured I will be back bringing the family, and we will be going to the Space Museum. This is awesome. I wish I could have gone. But here we are in our hotel. These Hilton's Embassy Suites always have these layouts, which is pretty nice. I like these open middle sections, so you can do shots like that. All right, so we got our first issue. Let me show you our lamp. No! They follow me everywhere, guys. Everywhere I go. The calm before the storm. Here's the floor Friday before it opened, and we were grabbing media passes, and then off to Monsanto, where the rest of the YouTubers are at.
All right, y'all ready? Hey, go.
YouTubers, ham harder! Ham harder!
Okay, Matt, what's going on here? What do we got?
This is the Buddy Stick Pro.
Okay, Buddy Stick Pro.
So it is a center-loaded vertical with a telescopic whip that's made by Buddy.
And I don't know if you can see the tip on the video. That little orange cap is the tip.
Yeah.
And then it's center loaded, so the loading coil's right there, right?
Yeah.
That's the standard Buddy coil?
I don't know if it's longer or shorter, but it's basically the same. It's similar design, but it's the Buddy. It's his coil, and then then you have your two arms. This is the
tripod mount.
The tripod Versatile mount.
Yeah.
And then it has fiberglass tripod.
So pretty high up.
Yep. It weighs about 3 pounds in its portfolio.
So give me your thoughts on the floating radial we got here.
It's just like
not a ground. It's not supposed to be on the ground, right?
No, it's just like the crank IR.
Sure, but do you think that has a lot of value?
It is how you tune the antenna. By raising
so
the
you're gonna
radial and making it longer.
Well, you got multiple tune points then, right?
Yeah.
Because you got the tune points on the coil, but then you've also got the length of the radial that's going to give you the tune points as well.
So you tune it for the inductance that you need for 30 meters from the coil,
right?
And then you drop your SWR down with the counterpulse.
And you got to watch out for random atoms, wild atoms.
Wild atoms. So Mike's going to switch it over to 30 meters.
Oh, we're going to 30. Yeah. Mike, NAYO, live. Well, not live, but
Live right now.
Yeah.
He can only get New Zealand.
Mike, can you comment on how much you like this antenna? Go ahead, get in the shot, Mike. Get in the shot.
I love this antenna. Matt and I used it a lot when we did the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Did 8 activations, about 8 hours one day.
Yeah.
And I said the second I'm getting hold of Buddy Paul, Chris, and ordering one, and I did. So I had it within a week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're a big fan.
Very big fan. Very big fan.
Would you? I know you're a CW guy primarily. Would you also recommend it for single sideband folks?
I use it on sideband a little bit.
And digital?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I've done everything with it.
All right. Very cool.
And it's 250 watt sideband.
Yep.
250 watt sideband.
That's what he said.
Do you know what the price is? What the drop price is going to be?
He hasn't announced it.
Oh.
I'm not going to say.
Okay, we won't say. We won't say. It's a secret. It's a secret.
It should be out in the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks. Okay, guys. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Thanks, NAYO. Thanks, Adam. The meetup at the pavilion was absolutely great. Big shout out to Temporary Offline and the Toads for setting some of that up. We're sorry we couldn't meet with him, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And thanks for that. Big shout out to Vern. Vern, great to meet you, buddy. Thanks for bringing that Yeti full of beers. And there, of course, Jason KM4ACK and Tank Radio. So let's fast forward it. We're getting into Saturday, getting to the Hamfest. Breakfast is on. Oh, there's the Lee family. Shout out to this man, the line jumper. He wasn't waiting for any of this. Getting things kicked off with a crank up. This is an Loom antenna crank up. This is the one thing at the show I wish I could have just hopped on my truck and drove it home, but alas, that was a long drive. How's it going, everybody? I'm here with Bob from TN07, and he's telling us about the Go-To antenna. Tell us a little bit about it. What was your goals here in this antenna?
The goal with this antenna was to finally come up with a solution for the HOA folks. Constantly they're being bombarded with reasons why they can't have an antenna. We have designed an antenna that you can either leave permanently set up in your yard, disguised as a birdhouse or whatever, leave the birdhouse on one end of it if you wish, or it's portable. We have a bag that it comes in that you can take it with you to work parks on the air. Basically, you have two copper rods to the ground, attach a matching device, a wire in between, extend the antenna, the 17-foot antenna, hook the wire onto it, and you're on the air. Simply, it takes all of about 5 minutes to set it up. People that we've had working with this, the prototypes, they've done WAS with it, they've done DXTC with it. It's been a very successful antenna. We're anxiously looking forward to Hamcation, where we can talk with the folks down in Florida about it, and also on the Gulf Coast. SWR, you can expect the SWR less than 2 to 1, 80 meters through 6 meters.
Right on. What's the price going to run most people?
$499.95.
Okay, very good. And that comes with the slammer
complete,
too, right?
It comes with the driver. This little device that we've come up with, well, use it to drive the stakes in the ground.
And that's with the bag too?
And there is a bag that comes with it. Rolls up nicely, about this big around, about this long.
Very nice. It's a nice looking kit. It really is. So I'll be definitely trying it out in the future.
We're anxious for you to.
Yeah, Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's just awfully good meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
BioNO, people were stocking up on BioNO, and they literally came loaded. Look at this shot over here on the table. I saw people walking around with BioNO batteries, which is really great because, you know, think of a situation where you get a really good product that is perfect for the ham community, and that is BioNO. They make great batteries. And here's the Icon booth. Shout out to the Icon booth as well. Those display racks they have there actually fold up and they can be shipped, which is super, super cool. Ray was basically saying that this was the same setup that they had at Hamcation, and it was really fun. We got to look at a lot of cool stuff like these radios here, some of the new stuff. I did a live stream from the show with Ray, among other people, so if you want to see that, make sure you go follow the link in the description. And there's Wolf River. They had all their antennas set up and they were selling as well. There was a lot of people in the booth. I don't think I got in there once with time to talk to anybody. The flea market, though, let's talk about that flea market. The flea market was just awesome. They're well known, at least that's what I've been told, that Huntsville has a lot of vintage radio equipment. And man, they are some pretty radios. And everybody selling them, you could tell they were really proud of their radios. There were some there that just looked like they came right off the showroom floor. Look at these. These are just beautiful. Oh, man. I wish I had the space to get more into that, and I probably will at some time in the future, but that's an interesting thing. By the way, side note, can somebody tell us what this chair thing is? Matt, AE4MQ, and I wondered. It was at one of the military vintage radio spots, and we couldn't figure it out. But yeah, there was vintage radio equipment. Look at all that stuff. And what I'm showing you, these are all separate tables. This isn't one table I just came back over a couple of times for cool shots. This is all different sellers. There was really a lot of stuff available. Really interesting stuff. That was like a 3D television thing. Gigaparts probably had one of the larger booths, and you can see that here. Oh, and there's Jason, KM4ACK. What's up, Jason?
Audrey and Jack Maceroy. I'm using them to help get my launch funded.
All right. That's about as good as it's going to get. Hey guys, I'm with Steve from Gigaparts. We're looking at the SDR transceiver, the MB1. Who makes this? This is
Expert Electronics.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about it.
It is a complete standalone SDR transceiver. So no computer needed because the computer is built in with Windows 10.
Running Windows 10. So you can run your digital modes, your applications right on this, right?
Right on the unit itself. 100 watts HF, 80 watts 6 meters, and 50 watts 2 meters.
Right on.
So, you know, if you're a 432 megahertz user, I'm sorry, it's
so you get so it's 2 meters. You said it's not 70 centimeters.
Not 70 centimeters.
So 2 meters down to
160.
160. Okay, pretty cool. I mean, they had this. They had a previous version of this.
They had a previous
couple years
version.
ago.
Yeah.
What's the major differences from the previous one?
The filters, faster processor, and I'm looking at the cheat sheet because we just got them in yesterday.
Right.
So we are the only ones in the United States to have them, and I haven't even got to play with one yet. So, you know.
Right on.
You know, Monday will be my chance to play with it, but everything that I've read between the 2019 version that I did for the store video and now is faster processor, you know, better FPGA, and filters. I was thinking filters.
Great. Very cool. Well, Steve, thanks for telling me a little bit about it. Maybe I'll be looking at one in the future. We'll see.
There we go.
Hey. These are cool. Look at that. There's a deal right there. So that's awesome. That you're doing.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
KM4JK, she's KM4UOD.
Oh, your license too. Congratulations. Very good. Yeah, nice to meet you.
I can't decide what I want to do. I think I'll just go live with this.
How you doing?
Good.
Who wants to be?
You look the same as you do.
Very cool. Thanks for saying hi.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Come on.
After the show, the crew got together at Campus 805, which is a repurposed middle school, an indoor, full indoor school that they put all kinds of breweries and coffee shops and even axe throwing in the upstairs area. We ended up at Hops and Guac, though. Shout out to Hops and Guac for letting us move tables around to fit everybody as the group kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And thanks everybody for coming out.
A lot of functions aren't going to come up. It's
Right.
going to be grayed out.
Okay, so you're go back and do it again then. Show me the right
All
way.
right, so here, all right, we'll just go back and start doing it from scratch. So we're going to put it into a mode where we can send a DTMF
Okay.
signal. So we'll go to FM,
Yeah.
we'll go to menu, and
Yeah.
then we need to move to the second menu down here. And then we have DTMF, we tap on that.
And that's no DR mode. You're not on
Correct.
a recorded repeater. You're on 20 meters right now.
That's right.
So,
Well, yeah,
okay.
right. 20 meter FM.
Right.
We come here to edit. We get, well, how many is it? A lot of different DTMF memories that we can program in.
Okay.
Type those in here.
You don't know how to calculate in hex?
Not this early in the morning.
him live.
Not this early in the morning. And so we type one in, then we come here to send, and there we can see the
Okay.
one that we typed in. and
Or
we
you
tap
can
on
do
that.
direct
Okay,
input.
so that's the other thing is click on the direct input really quick. Let me see that. Did that? And then you can just hit it. Okay.
Hit TX.
That's it.
Yep.
Will, that was a good exchange for a cup of coffee.
You came to the right place.
Thank you, Will.
Anytime.
And for those watching, He was just giving an example. Don't critique him on sending DTM,
That's right. That's
DTMF
One, two, three.
in the
Don't do
CW
that.
portion of 20 meters.
Yeah, don't
all
do
right?
that. The radio is not connected. We're not sending
Right.
DTMF tones. Hey everybody, I'm here with Michael again. You've seen him on Ham Nation, but you're here at Huntsville to talk about
Hamcation.
Orlando
2022.
Hamcation. So what's going on? Any new information you want to let people know about?
The show is a go for 2022.
Okay.
We're in planning. Everything looks good. It is our the national convention since we canceled for this year. ARL has agreed to move it over for 2022, and it is also our 75th Hamcation.
Okay. Anything new that you might be doing this year that you didn't do last year?
One thing new will be, since we did do the special edition in February this year, the forums online was a hit.
Great.
A lot of people loved them.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So what we're going to do, some of the select forums for 2022, we're actually going to live stream also for the people that can't be at Hamcation.
Cool.
So that's going
great.
to be new for this year.
Very good. Very good. Cool. Where do they find out information?
If you go to our website at www.hamcation.com, everything's up there. The website's live. You can buy your tickets, RV spots, tailgate spots, anything.
And
everything's up there live.
Just a reminder, this is also people bring their RVs, they camp.
Yeah, we
You're
have,
right there on site.
Camp on site, walk out of your RV, probably 100 yards, and you're at the show. And we can hold over 200 RVs at the show.
Fantastic. Michael, thanks so much again for talking about it. Look forward to a video with N3ZN keys. These things are awesome. Very impressive keys. I want one real bad. Also, swap my rig. We'll be definitely talking about that too, upcoming soon. And it was really fun to be able to sit down with the creator and his daughter and kind of talk about this very interesting device that I ended up, the more I talked about it, the more I realized this is really, really useful. So look forward to the video on that and more information to come. Rounding out the show, we had a YouTubers panel discussion, took some Q&A, and that's actually live now if you want to watch, so check that out. Thanks everybody that came out. It was a lot of fun, really great questions, and as always, we're on YouTube. You can comment us, send us emails if you have other questions. We're happy to take them. And that was the end of the show for me, pretty much. We got started getting on the plane, and I spent the entire flight editing that talk that we just gave, which was a lot of fun to be able to do that and record the info. I want to say thanks everybody that came out. Thanks everybody that said hi. So many people stopped me on the floor wearing those Ham Tactical shirts. Thank you so much for doing that. Leia was very happy to see all that. We absolutely loved all the feedback. And yeah, 73 from me to you. That's it. Huntsville in the books. Last thing to mention before I head out here, it was absolutely great meeting all of you. It really was, just to restate that. But Adam, K6ARK, what a great partner this weekend, man. He helped me out a ton, took B-roll, was great to bunk with. He drove, he got the rental car. I can't say enough. Thank you, Adam. Just so much fun hanging out with you, buddy. Hopefully we get together again soon. And yeah, please go subscribe to Adam. He definitely deserves it. Makes some of the best portable radio videos out there. And an antenna wizard. All right, everybody. See ya.